A very, very big attack on Biafran soldiers. A very, very big attack on Biafran soldiers. After Prime Minister Simon Ekpa made a strong order. Hey! Kedifa game medifa self. Kefagi kwesina madi mejogo kana judo ajuju self. Ke madi me nice no nya he mejogo. So yesterday Prime Minister Simon Ekpa gave an order, a strong order saying that over 20,000 soldiers should be deployed in Biafran land and Obinze barrack should be faced with full force. Guess what? The Nigerian military deployed 30,000 soldiers to prepare and get ready for what is coming. You see, I keep telling these people that fighting Biafrans or trying to win Biafrans will not yield you any good fortune. It is obvious that the people you are trying to fight are more implicable on the grounds of winning and winning victoriously. And that is where the whole situation room begins. You see, no matter how they try to stretch this whole situation, I will say it again and I will say it again, that our victory is now being understood in a very, very large extent. It doesn't matter who gets offended. It doesn't matter who is offended. But do you know what matters more now? What matters more now is that we have now realized the open waves that has to do with victory. So 20,000 against 30,000, that's 10,000 difference. They are now coming with full force because they now tell Simon Ekpa, say, you are not doing too much and we're going to teach you a lesson. You are not doing too much, from making Finnish government to arrest 50 of our envoys and 25 British envoys. You want to now come to Obinze barrack. We will teach you a lesson. But one thing is very important. One! Very, very important. For those of you who are not paying a good attention or you're not paying close attention, we cannot sit back and watch ourselves being rumpled behind the sea. So, the Nigerian military force are now setting a panel and they will be engaging Biafran soldiers because day in, day out, the Biafran soldiers are increasing in numbers from 10,000 to 20,000 to 40,000 to 100,000 to 150,000. It shows that there is a secret battle going on in Biafran land that some of you don't know between the Nigerian government and see. These are people who want to enable to defend their territories against wrong politicians who have hijacked what belongs to Biafrans. And I'm saying it with my full chest, that they can't win. No matter how they try to, run these studies, they cannot win. They can't win. They will only continue to make a mess of themselves. So, as we push through to enable ourselves in a very big format, let's equally understand that it is time for this big win. Victory must be recorded. So more and more victory has been recorded. You see, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, let me take my time and explain to you who this man is in Finland territory. They have tried everything possible to bring this man back. Everything possible. Both sneaking in, sneaking out, by summits, by calling Finnish government to do the needful. And I keep asking one question, and I will not stop asking this question. What have they done to terrorists who are kidnapping people in Nigeria on daily basis? What have they done to them? Nothing. But they can go thousands of miles to do what? To go and arrest a man who did nothing but say, I need Biafra. We must be very honest with ourselves. There is no longer a time to, be emotional about some certain things. We need to be brutal when it comes to talking about Biafra. And there's every reason why we need to be brutal, because at this point, at this junction, everybody have seen the people who are at fault. Let's break it down. You see, Biafra has become one of the most outspoken speech now in history. And before today ends, I'm going to tell you that we have gone far. Some of you don't even know what is coming. We have gone far. In the eyes of the world, in the eyes of Africa, they know that we are going far. And that is why the moment they begin to cry and say, Simon Ever, Simon Ever, that's where they were crying. Nnamdi Kanu has already successfully registered Biafra in over 100 and something countries. How did that happen? He successfully registered IPOB. So that was why when they wanted to tag IPOB terrorist group, it was difficult for them, because this man has gone farther than they could think. And I want to say this. You cannot beat a child and ask the child not to cry. And that is what Biafrans are doing. We are tired of this system. We are tired to bend down to a system that is bent on destroying us. Come on. Who does that? Who does that? We have to reconsider several things before we agree to their terms and conditions. And that is why I'm saying they have made a severe mistake by trying to portray Biafrans as terrorists. Now, 2 fighter jets that they went with, 4 was seized, 2 has been released to Mazi Simon Eber to do needful with what he wants to do it with. You can call it false news, but in few months, few days, few weeks, just like the way it happens, you will see it in his page. And you'll be asking, how do we get information before anybody? We are not insiders, we are calculators. We calculate the system and know what is happening already. They tried. It was well celebrated. Hey, the day they invited Simon Eber, Finland government invited him to come and explain this accusation that he's a terrorist, that he's causing problems in Nigerian soil. See the kind of celebration that people had. But after much, what then happened? A lot was exposed. They now understand the true enemies. You see, you cannot fight grace, because the moment you fight grace, you'll be disgraced. And it's time for people to know this and know peace. We will continue to render our part more honorably, more committed, and more motion-wise in everything we do. Victory must be recorded.